Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Last we left you, we were sitting at a police checkpoint. But before we stumble our way through another episode, let's roll back the tape a couple hours and bring you up to speed. After our less than triumphant return to Patagonia 10 months ago, we had traversed the length and breadth of Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil, and Bolivia, before ending up here, playing Peruvian Roulette on Highway 3S, on our way to Lima. But first, we've got to get past these guys.
Hoy, hoy.
Si no puede, yo lo pongo.
¿Cómo está?
Buenas tardes. ¿De dónde viene, caballero? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo está?
¿De dónde viene?
California.
A ver su documento, por favor. Permítame.
Sí, no problema.
Pasaporte, su licencia.
Sí. Tengo todo. Mi seguro.
Sí. August.
Oh,
Your baby.
thank you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Oh, I dropped it again.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
After annoying the police to the point of simply letting us pass, Old Butterfingers and I made the final push into the regional capital of Huancayo, our home for the evening. Departing the next morning, we launched headlong into the highlands, and what would end up being 2 non-stop days of some of the best riding Peru has to offer, starting with Highway 24. Riding due west, the plan over the next couple of days included the short, albeit photogenic, Cañon de Uchco before laying over in Huancayo. From there, north on Route 120 and the remote Reserva Paisajistica Nor Yauyos-Cochas before jumping back on the tarmac for the final push into Lima. The Cordillera Occidental, through which we ride now, forms the westernmost boundary of the altiplano. This unique landscape, dotted with lagoons and bisected by the 2 deepest canyons on planet Earth, the Cotahuasi and Colca, offers some of the most picturesque riding in all of South America. For years, Chad has regaled me with tales of the beauty of the Peruvian Andes. And after all this time, I was finally getting a taste, albeit at a snail's pace. There are some days when we just ride, pulling over only to fuel up and pee. Then there are days like this.
Woo!
We're never gonna make any miles.
Keep pulling over to take photos. Look at that water. It's amazing.
But I wasn't complaining. The altiplano is one of those magical places that are seemingly immune to human intervention. Like the Mojave Desert or the Patagonian Pampas, it is both alluring and foreboding. Cresting the Chaucha Pass, we started the long, steep descent into Tomas. Some 1,200 meters, 4,000 feet below us. This just so happens to be July, winter in the southern hemisphere, and Peru's dry season. The dry season is punctuated with clear and calm skies, but at these altitudes, the sun offers only false promise of heat. Chad's last foray into the Peruvian Andes, nearly 4.5 years ago, just so happened to be during the region's temperamental and torrential rainy season, when landslides and road closures washed him out of the mountains and down to the coast, making today's ride into the plunging Cañon de Uchco a novel experience all around. And speaking of novelties, I present to you the village of Tomas.
Yeah, this place is rad. Cool. Hola.
Nestled deep in the canyon, in the shadows of Tunchupalpa, Humanhuarco, and La Libertad, this unexpected and charming little village,
This place is wild.
with a population of under 1,000, is home to more alpaca than people, and makes the perfect gateway for the similarly mythical Uchco.
What a wild place.
And just to make sure that those of you watching on the YouTubes get the full, unadulterated experience, I'm going to shut up for once, and we're just going to let the film roll.
Wow. Holy sh**. Oh my God. Look at that stairway. Wow.
Call it lazy editing if you like. We like to think of it as artistic minimalism. Or as the kids like to call it today, ASMR, which in our case is just an acronym for lazy editing. We continued along the river, blinking and nearly missing the villages of Alice and Tinco, the latter of which marking the junction of Highway 24 and Route 120. Departing the highway, we made a sharp right back into the mountains, following the surging Rio Cañete to Laguna Piquecocha, the unfortunately named Flea Lake. The first of many amazing lagunas we'd stumble across over the coming days.
Did you get the shot? Nice.
I think so.
Well done. Beautiful spot.
After the taking of the photos and the getting of the shots, we continued up the canyon past meandering meadows and crystalline rivers, on the way to our stop for the night, Huancayo. But standing between us and our final destination was the village of Vitas. Just 3.5 kilometers shy of Huancayo, this unassuming hamlet of a few hundred inhabitants would conspire with Google to ensnare us in an intricate labyrinth of civil engineering gone awry.
Wants me to continue straight and then turn right. Now it wants me to turn right. This is, what the what kind of street is this? Oh. No, my front tire's in there. Hola.
¿Qué pasó?
No, no sé.
Extraviaste de carretera.
Ya, sí, mal camino para moto.
Allá acá no ves. Buen frescar cuando no hay pringosito se pasa parado.
Yeah, sí, claro, claro.
But you're just gonna end up with your back tire in the gutter.
Yeah, I know. All right, come on over and see if you can drag me out.
Let's push you back and then
Well, if I go back, my tire's gonna go in the gutter.
I could put a rock.
I don't know, that's gonna... Alright, we'll try that.
Ready?
Count of 3.
Back. One,
3.
wait. Hold on.
Wait, no, I'm not. Look.
Thank you. Woo, it worked. That was ridiculous. Freaking Google Maps. You might have to get me out of here again. I don't know. I don't know. What's up with their gutter system? I think I'm supposed to go this way. I think so.
More survivable that way.
See if I can get us, keep us out of the gutter.
After some huffing and puffing, a couple well-placed stones, and a bemused onlooker or two, we finally extracted ourselves from this gutter-turned-squid filter.
Woo. There it is.
From here, the final hop, skip, and a jump to Huancayo.
I would go that way.